Okay, so it's been a while since we've had anything with the quad Cortex on the channel. I've grabbed this off of Dave from up the road. So the way things used to be was essentially that the cave hall modulated room reverbs, you could run one of those essentially per processor. So if you'd run one hall, for instance, you wouldn't have then been able to run another like modulated reverb. So things have been optimized, and now you can run both a hall reverb and a modulated reverb at the same time. And I think the mixes have been adjusted by the looks of things. So they used to be set to 70 and now they're set to 35. So essentially they've optimized things, and I think you might also be able to run additional delays as well. So what have we got now? Let's have 2 dual delays, digital delays. So we can have 2 posh delays at least in one processor. Let's see if we can add any more. So three posh delays. You can see there. Oh, well, that one's mono. Let's change that to stereo. So we can have 1, 2, 3. So now with one processor you can have 3 posh digital delays, you know, not the simple monos, and 2 posh reverbs. So things are significantly improved from launch, or significantly optimized. So I guess that's something to celebrate if you've actually got a quad Cortex. And I guess what that also means is that you could run quite a complicated path now, which would probably be a bit more similar to what we think they were talking about when they were talking about, you know, the most powerful floor modeler in the world. It's probably a little bit closer now, given that you can run 2 posh reverbs per line alongside a bunch of these delays and reverbs. So let's see, 1 tape delay per line though. So maybe tape delay remains the most intensive. What are we looking for? Tape delay. You have 2 of those. 3 of those. So yeah, basically I think you'll probably be able to do anything you like now with the reverbs and delays. And I think also you probably no longer have to worry so much about being really optimizing things. So in the past, I think I put together, so this was the preset that I put together before, and although the CPU was only 65, you know, because of the memory considerations, we were limited still. So I've got simple delays here. I don't think we can change those to more complicated at the moment. So let me just see what I can do. If we take away, change that device then, no. So we put a tape delay in there, and apparently the tape delay in stereo is the most simple one to use. A little bit strange, some of these things. Then this processor here, if we got loads of spring reverbs, so I'll get rid of some of them. Cave reverb, spring reverb, so maybe we'll be able to add one more shimmer reverb maybe. And then, okay, so basically you can use some of the posher reverbs, a bit more of them, but and we got this new shimmer reverb, which is pretty cool. What have we got? We got pitch, random pitch, damping, brightness, a few different bits and pieces, mod speed and mod depth. So a nice, a pretty cool reverb. So I'm just going to save this as more verbs and delay. You can ask me in the comments if you want me to add this to the cloud or not. And one other new feature, I think this is true. If I come out of scene mode and I bypass this polyoctaver, it's not assigned to a switch, is it? That's why. We'll assign it to foot switch A. So at the moment it's on, I think, every scene. So if I go into stomp mode and now press bypass, I think that will then be bypassed through every scene. So you can come out of scene mode if you want to quickly bypass something in all scenes. So something that you might only want on a few scenes, it might be quicker to do it this way than going through. So that's kind of neat that that's changed. So yeah, anyway, things are looking up for the Quad Cortex. I think that's a slight improvement. That we've seen an optimization for reverbs and delays come that quickly, I guess is quite a cool thing, and probably closer to what people were expecting based on how they first talked about things. Good marks for Neural DSP, I guess, for that. Hopefully that's vaguely interesting to one or two people. I wanted to, for the sake of completeness, just do this update because it makes sense to talk about those limitations that are no longer quite as relevant, and I think now at this point the Quad Cortex, probably in terms of reverbs and delays, will probably do most of what any normal user will throw at it, and you can get 2 posh reverbs on each processing line, and you can get 2 or 3 delays on each processing line as well before you start to run into memory issues, and I think that's probably a bit close to what people were expecting. Hopefully that's useful. If you wanted to like and subscribe, you could. There's plenty of other stuff on the channel, not all related to Quad Cortex. You know, Kemper stuff, there's Helix stuff, Fractal stuff. I'm not exactly interested in which is better. I just want to bring what's new about each unit if there is kind of news, and that was the intent with this video. So I'll catch you in another video soon, and leave comments if you want me to try out different stuff, and see you soon.